do one more because I saw squelchy balls. Someone lied to the child. So I'm going on to a different one. We're going to the next one.
Okay. Sildar, yes! I was going to say it's like rolling balls time.
Yeah, roll your balls. Alright, welcome back to Dopes and Dragons. We're reacting to more D&D TikToks because it seems like a lot of people liked it. I'm happy, and this is...
I am Horseboy.
That is Horseboy. He gets really intense and looks at the screen.
Sometimes.
So, I think the first TikTok we have here is me trying to convince my best friend to let our characters fall in love during the D&D. Oh my god. This is like an episode of Black Mirror, you know? Oh my god.
You know how amazing it would be if you and I were totally gay and into each other?
What'd you say? Oh yeah, I had to go back. I love that. What'd you say? He's like not paying attention whatsoever. What'd you say? No, it's okay. It's okay.
I just love the way your man is just like sitting there looking at his friend on his phone. It's like he's thinking it over in his head. It's like, did I say this?
Yeah, he's game. He's like, oh, what happens at the table stays at the table.
If you play D&D, remember, it's not about the gold, it's not about the monsters or the magical items. The true adventure is the war crimes that the party does along the way.
I was like, geez, that's a very wholesome one.
Yeah, I was like, it's the war crimes. This is the adventure book. Is this the one that haunts us?
This is the intro. This is the intro and like the kind of beginner's guide to D&D.
Fandolin.
There you go. This was very nostalgic for me. Anyway, come on, I have to show you. I have to mention Sildar.
Wow! Damn, man, look at that! Look!
My lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing.
Sildar, yes!
Somewhere beyond the sea.
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on! Ah! Your half. There is no your half of the money. There is only my all of it. Do you understand? Why should I be penalized because of your sloppy?
That's such a whole. If you haven't played the you haven't played the starter kit, no.
Did it, and I know about the goblins and all. They get ambushed by goblins on the road, and then you go to the yoke, and then it's actually a fucking white dragon there at the end and all that shit.
And you have to finding Sildar Hallwinter, if I remember. I think that's his surname. Jesus. But he was this cool character, and just the whole cave. Like, it's just like a goblin cave, but it was just like really fun.
I need to play. The party is celebrating after a boss fight, and only one player has realized that you haven't said out of combat. The music. I need you to roll a tech saving throw.
Am I the asshole for confronting my girlfriend about her Dungeons and Dragons romance? My 24 male girlfriend, 23 female, so the poster is 24 male, girlfriend 23 female, of almost 2 years, has a hobby of playing Dungeons and Dragons, and she's been playing with the same group for 3 years now, which consists of 3 guys around her age and no other women. They used to play pretty much every weekend at one of the guys' houses, but since the pandemic they've been playing remotely, so I've been overhearing bits and pieces of the game she plays from home. That's how I found out my girlfriend's character got married to one of the guys' character. I asked her about it, and she confirmed that they had a whole romance, had a wedding right before a big battle, said vows to each other, etc., playing it off as funny and normal. I heard them talking in character to each other, and I heard her say, "I love you and will always be loyal to you," with her voice sounding really sincere. This made me suspicious there was something else going on between them. I mean, I don't think I would be able to speak to someone in that way without actually having feelings for them, and they spend a lot of time together every week playing, and she's very attractive. Why would this romance have started in the first place if there wasn't sexual tension between the 2 actual people in the room? It's not unreasonable to be suspicious, in my opinion. So I confronted her about it. She basically said it's just a game and I shouldn't take it so seriously, and there were plot reasons they got married anyway. I said it was more the way she talked to him and the fact that this romance came up in the first place that made me suspicious something else was going on. She said something like, "Do you honestly believe I've slept with him?" And I said, "I don't know." At that point, she basically shut down. Then later that night, she went to stay with her mum. She texted me yesterday saying if I don't trust her, then she's not sure we should be together. I do trust her, but I think my concerns are justified. I no longer think she's actually had sex with him, but I think it was fair for me to ask, given all the circumstances.
I can't wait to hear what you've got to say about this.
Yep.
The guy's a fucking asshole.
This dude just screams insecure. Listen.
Real bitch energy going on here.
Listen, one of the best parts of Dungeons and Dragons is clocking out up here. Clocking into someone else who's much cooler than you.
Oh, yeah.
Much hotter than you.
So hot.
Much more capable than you.
Oh, my God. So capable.
And flirting with your friends around the table.
Oh, my God. Margaret is queen of D&D romance.
In-game romance,
She loves it. She flirts with everyone.
I do. I flirt with anyone. But the thing is...
Yeah, you kind of have to put yourself in his shoes.
And maybe doesn't understand that inter-party relationships are a very common thing.
Yes.
He probably thinks...
Okay, we got the gist of it. We can talk about the rest of it.
Yeah, we can talk about it. I think they were just about to go on to a point I was thinking that maybe she needs to take a bit of time to explain to him how D&D works. Because if you're outsider looking in and you're just hearing someone say these things, I guess, it could be taken as, what the fuck is going on in that? What do you think?
Yeah, well, like... It's like, I know it's D&D, but it's like an actor, and like, you know what I mean? Your husband goes as an actor, and he's going around, and he's fucking actually kissing women, and he's acting a role. But are you just gonna leave him? Like, you know what I mean? It's a game where you put yourself into you're a completely different person. You're not that person. And him saying that he does trust her, even though she asks him, do you think I would sleep with? I don't know. Well, that means you don't trust me.
No,
you would say no. I know that you don't. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, that's it.
Some people need to listen to what they're saying about their own kind of relationship, because it's kind of, as you said, it's like it straight up comes across like you do not trust her. She's literally just playing D&D.
No, well, imagine him at home, right? And he's like, let's say playing Skyrim or something, and he gets married in Skyrim.
Yeah,
and then she's like, "Well, look, you do the same thing I'm doing."
It's common knowledge by now that the Dungeons & Dragons movie unironically rocks, but I'm not seeing nearly enough conversations about how much practical effects work they did for this movie. So we're gonna go through some, not only because it's important to see that this can be done with films of this scale, but it's also just really fucking cool. Maybe my favorite, Jonathan, was practical. Wait for it.
Seen this.
Sick.
So
in that talking corpse scene that they released, Chris Pine was actually talking to an object. There were so many animatronics in this movie, I thought I was going to cry. A lot of Neverwinter was a real practical set that they built. This fish guy, animatronic. The quicksand, practical. This moment that was in the trailer that seemed like prime time for VFX was mostly practical. Whoa. They had a shifting set that they used. I don't know what this is, but it's cool. Yeah. They filmed a real active volcano to use this footage in the movie. So just major props to the directors Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daly for really caring about the production and showing what all studios like Marvel and whoever could actually be doing.
That is so cool.
The sun begins to fade behind the horizon. You make out the grotesque forms of a goblin horde making their way towards you. The mob is led by the sinister Goblin King, adorned in sharp, spiky metal armor with what appears to be a necklace made of human ears strewn about its neck. As the horde surrounds you, the Goblin King approaches and speaks. It seems you have something of mine, don't you, travelers?
Oh, wise king, we've traveled far from Dathkramar to bring you what you seek. It's a
righteous cocknock, motherfucker! And then Scoots rushes in and sucker punches the Goblin King square in his dick. No! Dude, what are you doing?
This is not the plan we agreed on, Sean.
As I've said many times before, I only respond to my character name when I'm playing.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Scoots. This is not the plan we agreed on.
Hear you loud and clear, but sometimes Scoots just gotta Scoots. Ha! Natural 20.
I'm saying this, but your dick punching of the Goblin King was a critical success.
Hell yeah.
A look of pain and understandably confusion flashes upon his face as he goes sprawling onto his back in pain. As the rest of the horde surrounds you to ready their weapons, roll for initiative.
Damn it, Scoots. Why did you do that? 1.
Because Scoots is a wild card, baby. All you guys want to do is immerse yourselves in the world and get swept up in the narrative. Boring! Scoots wants some action. Screw the consequences.
Except it's that exact screw the consequences mentality that got us into this mess in the first place. We wouldn't even be here if you hadn't insulted the Lord Regent by putting an alchemist grenade in his daughter's wedding cake.
Damn, Scoots.
If not for our sakes, at least think of the DM. Brandon spent weeks planning this campaign, and your bullshit on night 1 where you stole that carriage threw all of his plans right out the window. 1. It's alright, Sarah. It's alright, really. I mean, I appreciate you going to bat for me, but that's the burden, privilege of being the DM. Though it's my duty to create a narrative framework for us all to follow along and enjoy, ultimately it is the decisions you all make along the way that determine how the story unfolds. And as much as I would like certain things to not go the way that all of you, or more specifically, one of you chooses them to go, I am honor-bound to make it work.
See? This guy gets it. Ooh, another 20. Scoots is hot tonight.
Oh my God, it's always that
Wonderful. Scoots, you take the first action. And I would like to remind you that you are holding the crystallized Rose of Tranquility, which when exposed to direct sunlight has the power to pacify anyone within a 100-yard radius.
Ooh, good call. Thanks, Brando. Scoots reaches into his pocket and pulls out the crystallized flower of whatever.
Oh, God.
Scoots raises it high above his head, just like the Tron poster. Oh, thank God. And smashes it on the ground.
No! Wait, all is not lost. Okay, the crystallized Rose of Tranquility is an extremely rare and powerful artifact. I mean, it would take a pretty hard throw from Scoots.
20!
The rose shatters into a million pieces.
Oh God. I'm not even gonna lie, that reminds me of a fella I used to play with, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Alright, I think we'll do 2 more.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what is that?
I remember this.
Oh my God! What is that?
What the fuck is this?
It just left out in the sun a little bit too long.
Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God!
Oh, it's squishy!
What is that?
Oh, I don't like that. Oh, why is it so...
It's very squishy.
It's so like it's squelchy or something. I don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah, I think it was like supposed to be like a flesh dice or something like that. Flesh D20.
Man,
That's why it has little hairs on it. And
it looks like a ball sack.
Nasty. I was gonna say it's like rolling ball sacks.
Yeah, roll your balls.
When I first saw that, I thought it was like a D20 that was like covered in mold or something.
Yeah, but that's why I first saw it, and I kept looking at it, and I was like, and then she rolled it. It goes, all right, it must be hard, and then she squelched it. Squelched.
Makes that noise, that horrible noise.
I don't like. I'm gonna quickly go and moving on.
All 4.
Is he taking the damage or is he dealing?
Roll them in your
damage?
hands, shake them in your hands.
Roll them all at once in the trap.
This is the fun about big damage.
This is
Ready?
your sunblade and divine smite.
Okay.
I got 1 and
3
2 and 4 and 4.
Okay, so what's that all added together?
The D8.
1 plus 2.
I'm not sure. I think so.
1 plus 2. 1 plus 2.
Is
1 plus 2 straight, lad. Hurry up. Fuck's sake.
This is like Ash trying to decide what she wants to do in her fucking turn.
3.
Oh my God, lad.
3, 4, 7.
Plus another 4.
Plus 4.
No, I couldn't have them in my party, man. Taking too long.
No, lad, I'd be shouting at him like,
Okay, and then
it's
plus
15.
7
You got 15, child.
11 plus 7.
It's not 11 plus 7. Where are you going 11 plus 7?
Is it plus 7?
No, he rolled a 4, you cheating. They're cheating. He rolled 2 4s.
Wow. So,
They just cheated.
as you come round...
No, you cheated. I'm gonna rewind now. No, look, he rolled fucking 2 4s. Too far is there. Too far is cheating. You're teaching your child how to proxy cheat, and I'm not.
You're teaching your child how to fucking lie.
You're lying.
You should steal this idea because I did. I give my players what's called a death rattle. So on their final death saving throw, when they have a failure, I give them one more action in combat. I've found that getting to contribute one last time to the fight makes the death much more profound.
I actually do this. This is, and I don't call it death rattle. I don't give them I don't give them an action. I actually only start doing it when the last character dead. I get them a whole turn. They have one last turn to do whatever, but it cannot postpone their life. It can't. You can't just go, drink a magical potion. It can't be anything like that.
Yeah.
It must be just like your last coup de grace, last stand.
Yeah.
This is your Boromir moment. Like, this is like.
I was just gonna say.
This is
it's just like.
Yeah, this is like
Boromir getting lit up with arrows, and he's still fucking fighting. Like,
at the end of the day, it's like it's a story. You kind of want that, like, tell Andrea I love her.
Yeah, well, this is it. Like those little moments to do it. Now, there's some situations where I don't think you allow the players that moment because when I think of, I don't know if I've told it on any of the episodes, but when. My first time as a DM when I killed one of the characters and it was this big fucking ogre that threw this massive slab, and like I had to roll to see if I kind of got it on target. Natural 20. The players got a dex save to try and dodge out of the way because it was such a fucking dangerous thing, and he rolled a natural 1. So I was like, he's pretty much dead. Like I rolled the dice and he was dead, and I was like, he's just there and he's gone.
Yeah.
Just flattened. And I just certain moments, but 100% majority of the time, I think what you say is going to benefit like role play.
Yeah, it's more role play, and it's a way for that character to say goodbye to that character. Because at the moment D&D doesn't have. There's no like goodbye. Like you're dead, and you just sit there and go like this.
Yeah.
But if you say you're dead and you're right, you have another turn coming up, or you can take your turn now. I either make sure he goes straight to the top of the initiative roll. It's his turn now. He's dead. He can go, or I can, if you want, you can have just to think of. I just like say something. Like imagine the character
something to say, yeah.
and go. I always loved you to another character or something like that. And she's like,
I actually seen this on TikTok the other day where it was like somebody was like use one of those random line generators to say like what my character's last line will be, and and they picked one and then they put it over their character. Like I think they drew art of their character, and I was like, do you think my parents would be proud?
Oh, that hit me right there. Oh, that is so good.
Yeah, that one I was like, oh.
Okay, I think on the end of that, all right, I think we should say goodbye. But make sure you like, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on because we need more subs on this channel. Please, thank you.
Please.
And please. This is goodbye from Happy, and it's a goodbye from
Horse.
The Horse Boy. I think that's a great episode. I actually really enjoyed it. Squelchy Balls I do not like.